Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So finally got a proper channel update out on the channel. So go take a look at that. It's got more details about what breather is going to happen, when, stuff like that. But we are going to be back to your regularly scheduled programming, so to speak. So there's a lot of great content coming your way. So if you haven't already, please do consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I really do want to thank everyone that has been supporting me so far, because I finally did reach my current subscriber goal the last couple of days. So I'm really grateful and thankful for all your support helping me reach that. Like I said, it really does mean a lot when you do, press those little buttons, tell YouTube's algorithm that you like those videos. So really appreciate it. But without further ado, it has been a long time coming. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to this for a while. But we're finally diving into Battle Angel Alita Mars Chronicle. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I finally got caught up with, or re-caught up with Last Order the last little while. So yeah, really looking forward to diving into this. So without further ado, let us get into it with Battle Angel Alita Mars Chronicle Volume 1 by Yukito Kishiro. And so I think we'll try, because there's 6 chapters in this volume, so we'll try to get through the first 3, or if we can get close to an hour or so, I'll stop then, depending on how far we get, whichever one comes first. But yeah, let's get into it with Log 001, Martian Orphans. Man, fucking just right out of the gate, this wants to just punch me in the heart with little cyborg baby Yoko. With someone going, "What's your name?" It's like, "Yoko, do you know your mommy and daddy's names?" She just looks shyly, looks at me, like shakes her head. It's like, "Where do you live?" Oh, God damn it. It's like, "I'm Erica Wald. Johan and Marita Hershey are my family." It's like, "Hershey your sister?" So it's Johan and Marita and Hershey are my family. It's like, "Is Hershey your sister?" "Hershey's a dog, a big doggy." "We live in Currystadt at 818 Purpurn Road." And yeah, you're very smart for your age, Erica. And you see the little guy fitting her with the little eye patch, like his bushy beard. He's like, "Who are you? Are you a doctor?" He's like, "My name is Finch, and yes, I'm a medic. I travel from town to town. You're in a small town called Mamiana. You'll be living here until someone comes to take custody of you." He's like, "Will you help Yoko too? She can't walk right." And you see, oh God, man, fucking just gut-wrenching. Already got like a complete cyborg body. And you see her laying her down, just like moving her legs up and down to see how it works. He's like, I don't see anything fundamentally wrong with her body. The trouble's probably stemming from inexperience with a mechanical body. To make things a little easier, I'll set you up with an assistance remote. This will operate a few basic movement programs for you. You see it's up, down, advance or back, right turn or left turn. And he just puts it on little cord so you can wear it around her neck. He's like, "Lucky you, Yoko." And Finch is like, "You'll want to practice so you can walk around without that remote, alright?" He's like, "That's the orphanage where you'll be staying. There are many war orphans like you living there. Remember, Curie is beyond the wall to Cydonia, so make sure your parents are informed. But it may take some time." Oh, God. Erica's like, "You're such a nice grown-up doctor, but I'm sure that won't work." Oh, my God, man. Daddy and Mommy died already, just like Hershey. Christ. While at this one goes, like, you see this mechanical lady, like, wearing this gas mask going, "While at this orphanage, you'll follow the house rules. Your soap is to last you the entire year." And you see poor baby Yoko. So they've got like a little bin with, I guess, like their soap and stuff, and like a little mug and things. And you can see her like struggle to walk. And you see a bunch of other kids being like, "Look at how she walks, just like a robot." And she takes them to like a little bunker room. And she's like, "Ninon is the eldest. If you have any questions, ask her. I want you to help them, Ninon." It's like, "Of course, Miss Director." It's like, "Get along now, my little piglets." She's like, "Welcome. I'm Ninon Silber. Yes, I might be here for the moment, but I'm actually a distant relative of the Silber clan, whose lord is Liege of Flammarion, and descendant of the Alt-Noin." It's like, "Nice to meet you. I'm Erica, and this is like Yoko." And you see your kids all just, God, man. You see the kids just coming up to your Yoko and like pulling up her scarf and things like, hey, how does your body work? It's like, ew, it's all mechanical, yuck. And they grab the little remote, like, oh, what's this? Like, hee, it's a remote control. And you see him just like messing around with like making her walk around like circles. It's like, hey, I want to try. And Erica's like, give that back. She just smacks him and it's like, ouch. It's like, don't pick on Yoko or you'll have to deal with me. It's like, did you see that? She hit me. It's like, heh. And you see later that night with lights out. It's like, Yoko, are you asleep? And you see that Yoko's just sound asleep. As Erica's like, they're all bullies. But I'd rather deal with bullies than walk through a minefield. And she run from him. She's like, what? What? And someone's like sneaking her way under the blankets. He's like, Ninon. I was like, get out. This is my bed. And he just like snuggles up next to her. She's like, I thought we could have a little chat, just the two of us. Listen, I've taken a liking to you. It's like, what? It's like, you're just so cute, Erica. Ah, it's fucking creepy as shit. And just like licks her cheek and starts like licking her eye patch. It's like, stop it, that hurts. It's like, you're so sweet and so pathetic. I've seen how close you stick to that wretched little Yoko. I understand how you feel. It was a kind of relief in keeping a little bundle of misery like that around, isn't there? It always allows you to look on the bright side. You must be like, at least I'm not like her. It's like, no, It's like, shh. It's fine, Erica, I get it. I don't blame you. It's just the way of the world, one of the facts of life. Erica, I want to make you my personal servant. One day we'll be grown-ups. Neither of us are meant to end our lives in this forgotten, dusty little town. And she's like, will I really grow up into an adult? It's like, one day I'll be a lady who wears high heels, and then I'll become the queen of Mars. And once I'm queen, I'll bring an end to Mars' century-long war. Then I'll walk all over those adults who look down on me with such pity. And you have Die Königin von Mars, and it's like a little tarot card. That is a sick-ass design, I must say. And Erica's like, yeah, very big ideas, Ninon. It's like, ideas? No, those aren't ideas. That's my fate. It's my God-given destiny. That's all that I know. It's like, we'll have a welcoming party tomorrow. And if you follow my instructions, I'll keep you around for life. And you see that Erica's fallen asleep as Ninon sneaks out and goes, sweet dreams. And you see on the next page they have a little globe. And you have, about 140 years ago, our ancestors left Earth and colonized this planet. Can anyone tell me how many planets we are from the sun? It's like, number 1. It's like, the 7th. It's like, hee. It's like, Erica. It's like, we're the 4th planet in the solar system. And Yoko's like, you know so much. She's like, she sees Ninon just staring at her. And you see later out in the yard they have, we've got a special present for you today. It's not much, but I hope you enjoy it. It's like, here, eat up. God, you see it looking so happy. And then Erica just has like a look of disgust as you see like a little bowl just filled with like these little bugs. He's like, hee. And you see fucking Ninon's little cronies grabbing Yoko's arms and holding her back. And she's like, don't hold back now. Shovel those bugs right into Yoko's slock-jawed little mouth. You made a promise to me last night, remember? You're going to be my servant, Erica. She's like, what? So you're going to obey my every command. Oh, God, poor baby Yoko's like, Erica, you promised her? And she's like, I didn't promise anything. So you don't have to lie to her now, Erica. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not meant to be with that miserable Yoko anymore. You're with me now. Go on, feed Yoko the bugs. And she's just like grabbing her hand. She's got like a spoonful, and it's like her hands just shaking as he's taking it towards her mouth. It's like, here we go, Yoko, open wide. And you see her just like trying to hold her mouth closed. God damn it. And you see the next one, Erica just turns around and slams the spoon right into Ninon's mouth with a plop. And she goes, blur, she just vomits all over her, one of her subordinates. It's like, you're the liar. And you see a smack as one of the little girl with the pigtails and glasses smacks her with a broom. And the other cronies also just start swarming her and smacking her with brooms. And then she's like, oh, what a dreadfully stubborn girl. Oh, God damn, man. Fucking just one thing after another. You see her just like going and grinding her boot on her face. Goes, this is all you'll get for today. But I haven't given up, not by a long shot. The future queen or some dumpy robot. Choose your friends wisely. It's like, oh, and one more thing. And she grabs her by the hair and grabs a bunch of scissors and goes, squeal to any of the grown-ups and I'll cut your tongue out. And you see her walking away surrounded by her flunkies. And you see poor Yoko just like tears dripping down her face. Like, oh. And Erika's like, I'm fine. It's like, the poor bugs. He's like, oh, yeah, you meant them. And you see out in the wasteland, you see a bunch of people. Or I assume a bunch of soldiers going, you see that ship over there? I just have a little idea of what's happening. It's like, that's one of the pirate cruises that crashed during the northern expeditions. It's like, save your breath, stick to the important details. It's like, come on, Master Gilliton. Smooth, genial conversation is key. It's like, as I was saying, I took part in the 4th expedition 10 years back, and this guy was in my unit. You have Northern Expeditions, officially the Martian North Pole conflict, a war that broke out between Martian forces and space pirates when the pirates attempted to build a base on the North Pole of Mars. Conflicts arose 4 times during ES 361 to 363, each time with a decisive Martian victory. His Iron Eye Mortain. He was one hell of a soldier, and look at what happened to him here. Go figure! And you see he's got like a little knife stuck into his head, and there's like flies just crawling all over him. It's like, you never mentioned that before, Kihi. It's like, what are you, closed ass? Not particularly. It's like, apparently it was Kunzlers who did them in. If Grunthal is involved with this, I want out. It's like, come on, let's not jump to conclusions. I'm looking into it now. It's like, here we go. Kunzlers were running a mission in Magni Stadt on the same day. Cross-referencing with the images extracted from Morton's visual memory, looks like we found our killers. But this doesn't sit right with me. Based on the information I've got, it seems like the Kunzlers just happened to run into Mortain's group on the way back from their mission and wipe them out. But would those folks really do such a thing for no gain? Feels like there must be more to this story. It's like, hee! Something's fishy about this job. I thought it sounded too good to be true. It's like, what do you say? I'd rather not get involved with Kunzlers. Do we back out? It's like, no. We still decide to withdraw after we get a look at who we're up against. Let's continue the trail. It's like the Kunzlers handed the kids over to a welfare agency before leaving. They split up the boys and girls and sent them to orphanages in Sasaki and Mamiana. And it's like, which one are we after? He has a little picture of Yoko printed out on him. As we get to log 002 girls. Oh my fucking god. Hold on, what's his surname? I can't even remember the blonde bitch's name. Yeah, give me a second. Ninon. Ninon's like, Erica, Yoko, I'm so sorry about yesterday. By way of apology, I'm inviting you to my secret palace today. Erica's like, huh. It's like, what kind of trap do you have planned this time? He's like, oh, please. I want to make you up with you two, that's all. I have gummies and chocolate there. Oh my god, there's like gummies and chocolate. It's okay, they're so easy. So I'll show you around Mamiana along the way. Not that there's anything to show off here. And you see, as we're walking through the town, you have a Gas und Strom. Oh, what a pretty pond. So this is the Pond of Tears. It's very deep, so you can't go in without the director's permission. The pond was formed by the fallen tears of the Ethnarch. And Yoko's like, what's an Ethnarch? It's like, really? You don't know the story of the 9 kings and the Djinn of Mars? I'll read the book to you later then. It's like, this is the power station. It provides methane and electricity to our machines. And Yoko's like, oh, a doggy! Yeah, not so fast, as Ninon just grabs her back. And goes, Piers and his dog Garm are infamous for hating children. If you step on his property, he'll sick that hound on you. And you see this crusty old man from the inside just going, grrr, as the dog's like, growl, buff, woof, woof. Yeah, that's the Camel House, the only pub and inn in town. Kids don't need to go there. But Miss Marga is very nice sometimes. She'll share pie with you. So good morning, Mr. Yvonne, Mr. Kiefer. Yeah, good day, Princess Ninon. Yeah, they used to be soldiers. They were very well decorated in the past. Now they spend their days going on walks. And Erica's like, everyone here's so old. All the young adults went to join the force. And she's like, so where does Dr. Finch live? It's like, I heard he doesn't have a home. He sleeps in his van and tours around the nearby towns. He should be back here in another 3 days or so. Jeff, what's this big building? It's like, this is the Mamiana pumping station. It sends water from the north to the farms down south. And as they're opening a gate to go inside, Erica's like, won't we get in trouble for going in? It's like, no, it's fine. It's like, watch your step. She's luring him down into a basement. It's like, welcome to my secret palace. What the fuck, bro? And you see she's got like a bunch of toys and like little like cushions and stuff laid out. They've got one of the girls tied up on a hook, and I assume they're tickling her feet because they got her shoes off. They got like these little fluff things in their hand. It's like, it's just a collection of junk, of course, but it can be comfortable. We've even got a heater. Please do relax. One of the cronies like, I can't believe you actually bought them here. Our fickle queen. Anyway, I'm Morla. The chocolates, gummies, and hard candies are in that can over there. Only 2 chocolates, 5 candies, and 10 gummies per person each day. And no purple gummies. Those are mine. If you eat any, I'll put a curse on you. And you see the poor Cole and Eric are like, yay, as they go and help themselves. Like, so, want to play Ouija with me? So you see a Ouija board is a letter board for communing with spirits. First developed in America in 1892. It's a Western version of an old game called Kokuri-san in Japan. And Eric was like, why is she tied up? And you see, that's the pigtailed dark-haired glasses girl from yesterday. He's like, please, Miss Ninon, let me go. It's like, I'm punishing Lena. It's like, yeah, torture, torture. Like, yeah, she's grabbing the bottom of her feet and tickling her. It's like, remember how she hit you with her broom yesterday before I could order her to? Want some payback, Erica? And Erica's like, let her down. It's like, well, if you say so. He's like, are you okay? It's like, thanks. Yoko's like, read the story. And she's like, tugs at Nino's little dress, like points to the bookshelf. It's like, of course, I promised. A very long, long time ago, long before the first human beings were ever born. And Erica's like, she seemed cruel and pushy at first, but now she's being kind and generous. I guess if she'll be the queen one day, she's built off different stuff than the rest of us. You have God created the spirits known as Jinn from the fire and smoke of Mars. I see a ba-dump, ba-dump. The Jinn were invisible spirits who wielded magical powers. And you see like a little flaming bear spirit. One day on Mars, 9 kings arrived from Earth riding on their Houndboo spacecraft. And you see it's shaped like an eagle, I assume is what it is. Yeah, oops, pardon the interruption, as Cowboy Bro just breaks into some place. Yeah, who are you? So let's all keep quiet and calm now. We don't want any trouble. This kid should have come to this orphanage recently. We'd like to take her off your hands. Well, I assume that's one of the orphanage caretakers going, you don't look like guardians. What are you planning to do with her? So we've been hired by a certain someone to track this kid down, and we're going to bring her in, dead or alive. Happen to hate kids, so it's going to make things simpler for myself by putting a bullet in her first. And you see 2 of the kids reeling back like the fucking spidery little asshole going at them. It's like, quick hack! These little brats reek of drool and milk. It's like, oh, it's a monster! Like a ka-chunk as Shadowy Bro comes in and fires off a gun, throws a hole in the wall. It's like, fall in! Inspection! Drop trow! What the fuck, bro? Ugh. Honestly, what the fuck? You see all the kids just lining up as they drop all their pants so they can inspect them. And you see, he's like, hang on, they've all got dicks. And no juvenile cyborgs either. He's like, are you sure this is the place, Das? He's like, hang on, I could have sworn the girls were sent to Zazaki Orphanage. And you see the caretaker being like, Zazaki Orphanage is a boys-only facility. He's like, what? Yeah, I don't like the fact that this guy's going and stripping minors kind of being played for laughs. That's... yeah, no, don't like that. No, don't like that at all. It's like, what was that? It's like, maybe the director farted. You see in the underground base, there's like a little rumble, rumble, rumble. It's like, maybe the director farted. It's like, yeah! It's like, go and see Ulanova. It's like, yes, Miss Ninon. It's like, don't peek at my cards, Kim. I was like, man, I won't. Jeez, what's the big idea? And you see a little alarm bells going off as you see there's an explosion in the town somewhere. And you see like these bug flying soldiers up in the sky. You clang and woof, 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 woof. What the hell, bro? And you see, yeah, the bug soldiers like landing down on each roof. They're setting off explosions. There's grass hopping from one to the other. You have, oh no! The town's under attack by the Heuschrecken! It's like, what did you say? It's like, why? It's like, now's not the time for playing Ouija, Morla. It's like, the spirits aren't going back to their realm. Oh my god. And you see back at the orphanages, everything is crumbling down. You see, oh, god damn it, man. You see the orphanage caretaker just like pulling her little radio to Max and screaming, "Run away, my little piglets!" With a scream as if sending just like a shockwave. It's like, Chi-Chi and the director are dead! And you see just like everyone screaming and crying. And you see the two old war heroes getting out their guns and firing off at the grasshoppers. And he's like, Kiefer, keep up the covering fire. Enzo, Graham, Jagoda, take the right. Lines, Rooney, after me. We're the last line of defense. Those kids in the bunker need us to protect them. And you see them just having a firefight with the bugs. It's like, old Yvonne and Kiefer shot down the two Heuschrecken. It's like, ah, they're turning tail. It's like the grasshoppers are just scouts. Don't get careless. The main force will be coming soon. You have a slump as the two soldiers fall to their knees like, all units prepare for enemy counter. Lines, Rooney, where'd you go? Kiefer, come in, Kiefer! Oh, God, alright, so yeah, the old man's having flashbacks to the actual war. He's like, wait boys, don't leave me in the field! And you see a missile just shooting towards him as it explodes. The next page you see a bunch of tanks and things making their way into the town. As you have Log 003 Silent Corpse, and you see like this fucking like centipede-ish looking tank thing making its way through. And you see a bunch of soldiers on roller skates like gliding through. And you see the underground bunker. God damn, man, it's just... Kishira's just not fucking around this time. You have the light just shaking. You have a cough. Like, is everyone alright? It's like, my ears. It's like, what happened to Ulanova? It's like, come on, stay playing around, Ula. And you see her just falling off the ladder with this splash as half of her head's been blown off. And Gemma just screams like, no! And like starts running outside. And Neo's like, no, don't go outside! It's like, I'm sorry, I won't play any more pranks. And you see a da-da-da-da as the tanks start firing on the house next to where she is and just completely obliterate it. And you see, well, that's that. No using the stairs anymore. So there's nowhere nearby to hide. We'll be shot as soon as we leave. It's like, are we all gonna die in here? Just like Gemma and Ulanova? It's like, no. I don't want to die. Somebody help. It's like, oh, we'll be safe as long as we stay put in here. I'm sure the soldiers will pass by without noticing us. I'm sure of it. There, even the spirits are saying yeah. And Erica's like, what about that, Neon? Can't we escape through that door? I was like, that one exits into the aqueduct. You've got a point. If we go through there, we could maybe escape down the emergency stairs down the cliff out back. But that door doesn't open. It's like, why not? There's water flowing behind that door. Do you understand water pressure? It won't open unless we shut the sluice and stop the water. And Erica's like, huh. She goes and just like calmly examines it. He's like, how are you so calm, Erica? Aren't you scared? It's like, I am. But if we just sit here and cry, it only guarantees that we will die. We have to think of a way to survive. So weren't you listening to me? I said we'll be safe if we stay here. And Neon's like, no, Erica's right. I agree that we're in danger here. I'm guessing the soldiers are after this water pumping station. They'll find us very soon if we stay in here. And Erica's like, hey, I can hear water through this thing. Could we get into the aqueduct through here? I was like, the air vent? It's too small for me. But if someone can get through and shut the sluice, we could open the door. Erica's like, I'll go and do it then. And as she's like trying to fit in, she's like struggling. She's like, ah! Even Erica's too big. It's like the smallest person here would be, and you see Baby Yoga just splayed out on the floor with a little picture book. She's like, oh. The next one you see her just like crawling through the vents. It's like, how can you say that, Ninon? She can't. She just can't. You can't do it. Yoko can't do it. He's like, Erica, it's like, I'll try it. It's like, no, Yoko, it's too dangerous. And Nino's like, listen, Erica, I know it's a perilous mission to send a little girl on, but if we don't try something, all of us are going to die anyway. It's like, yeah, I know, but... It's like, don't worry. I know Yoko can do it. As long as you believe in yourself, your feet will take you anywhere you want to go. It's like, anywhere? anywhere, and as long as you wish for it, you can go further than anyone else. And you see after she's come out of the vent, she's on these 2 pipes overhead with like a stream of water rushing below her. And she's just like slowly making her way through. Oh, god damn, man. You see as she's crawling along, her little remote gets snagged on one of the little rivet pipes on the thing. And it snaps off. She's moving and falls into the water. And as she gets to the end, she kind of crawls down. She's like feeling around for like, I lost my remote. And she sees that, oh man, she sees that like there's a bunch of stairs she has to take up to the sluice control board. And she thinks back to Ninon telling her, your feet will take you anywhere you want to go. She's like, puts on a brave face, wipes her feet, and she's like staggering side to side. She's starting to walk, and she trips and she's like falling over. And Erica's like, oh, I'm so worried. She can't do it. I just know it. The moment I take my eyes off her, she gets lost. She wears her clothes inside out. She still can't tell which shoe is which. And Ninon's like, get ready to evacuate, everyone. Shoes on, grab a blanket. Take as many snacks as your pockets will fit. So did you hear me, Morla? Stop with the Ouija board and get prepared. And he's like, I'm not going. And the spirit still won't leave. And you ever, as Ninon just strikes the Ouija board like a little guiding thing, rock away, and throws the board and cracks it. And Morla's like, how could you? How could you? How could you? So we're done playing games, Morla. Now get your shoes on. He's like, who says? Who made you boss? What makes you queen? You're just saying it, that's all. You're just some stupid stuck-up slut from who knows where. We all put up with your lies and played along with the whole queen thing, but now you've gone too far. If you're really some fancy queen, then prove it. Save us right now. And you see, go out there and stop those soldiers. Oh, God. Fucking giving me a heart attack. You see, as Shishoko slid off, but she fell onto another pipe that was down below. So she crawls up that and then crawls back onto the platform, climbs up the stairs, and with the gloom, she's managed to like shut down the water. And you have a fashik, and Miss Ninon, the door's opening. It's like, Yoko did it! It's like, are you done, Morla? Come, let's go now. Oh my god, man. And you see her just smacking her hands like, I'm never leaving this room. It's the only place I'll be safe. And you see a clank as someone throws a grenade in. And Morla just grabs and it's like, a grenade! It's like, hurry, Ninon! Oh, god damn, man. You see there's a giant explosion. It's like, Morla! So we have to go, Ninon. You see a plaque, a clank, and a kashang as the soldiers make their way inside. I know I said only 3, but only about the half-hour mark. The volumes are shorter than I thought. So we'll probably just try to get through the entire one in one video. So we got log 004, escape. So you see the soldiers making their way in as they see the girls trying to escape into the water. It's like, well done, Yoko. Now open the sluice gate. Hurry, do it now. The soldiers are closing in on us. And you see Pigtail's girl tripping with an And Erica's like, Lena, here, grab my... Oh, god damn, man. You see one of the fucking bug-eyed soldiers coming up behind her. With a chook, he just spears her through with the sword. It's like, huh? Oh my god, man. He just grabs him, like flings the body off to the side, just like rubs the blood off on his pants. And you can see Erica's just like angry and like scared. Like he's just looming closer. And as the sword's going towards him, she goes like, yeah, she just takes her cloak off, throws it in his face to cover him up, and then grabs his legs to trip him. And Ninon grabs like, Erica! And you see him just flopping around. You see boom, 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 boom. As the gates start closing again, and the water comes rushing in and throws the soldier down. As Ninon helps Erica up the stairs towards the sluice gates. And she just hugs her, like, Yoko! So come, let's get to those emergency stairs. Then we can escape down the side of the cliff. And he's like, the path splits here. And Yoko's like, this way? It's like, that leads out to the front. It's this direction. Oh, and you see as they go outside, the stairs have just been completely blown apart. You have, oh no. And you see Yoko just like hanging against the railings, their face against it. And the railings break apart. It's like, Yoko! And Erica just grabs her before she can fall. And as they look, they see the very Nazi-looking bug tanks and their forces making their way through the town. And you see that they've gone and taken shelter in like one of those little ceramic pipes. It's like, there's nowhere to run now. It's like, poor Lena. She's so afraid of dying and she got torn up like a rag. Just when we finally made friends. And Yoko's like, Erica. It's like, Erica, Yoko, do you believe me when I say it's my destiny to become queen? And Erica just like rubs away. She's like, yeah, I believe you. And Yoko just nods. It's like, you're good girls. You're such good girls. I'll make sure they don't kill you. God damn it, man. It's like, Nino, don't go. It's like, stay hidden here. I'll stop the soldiers. It's like, I recognize that flag. That's the Papegi Corps, one of the 3 military corps of Flammarion. 2 years ago, 2 of the 3 forces under Father's command started a rebellion that tore our family apart. It was the Papegi Corps, the parrots that stayed loyal and fought on Father's behalf. I don't know why that loyal corps would do such a heinous thing, but I have an obligation to stop them. Oh, God, this is going to end so badly. The poor little girl just goes out in front of the troops and goes, I am Ninon Silber, eldest daughter of Lord Silber Flammarion. Stop this slaughter! Oh, fairly fucking not. You see soldiers coming with the Kree coming to a halt. And the one with the tank comes forward, stops, comes and stands before her, then drops down and kneels and goes, as you command, Lady Silber. Oh, this is absolutely an imagination thing. She just imagines this is what's going to happen. And she imagines like her parents behind them, troops going, oh, Ninon! It's like, mother, father! So she'll obviously have been killed, and this will be like her death dream thing of like imagining what happened if she got like shot down. It's like, oh, how I missed you! So this is all thanks to you, dear. Look at that. All the soldiers have cast away their weapons on your orders. War is gone from Mars forever. It's like, long live Ninon, the new queen of bars. She just imagines like father like throwing her up in the air and catching her. Fucking man. Kishira's just like, I'm just gonna hammer this home, like how much of a fucking dream this is. And she imagines like all of her little cronies be like, Miss Ninon! It's like, you girls, I thought you were dead. It's like, you must have been having a nightmare. Look, there's a beautiful field of flowers over there. It's like, what's wrong? It's like, did you hear someone crying? It's like, me? No. Let's go, Ninon. And you see him just like grabbing her hand, like taking her away to the field of flowers. God damn it, man. And you see, yeah, that she just got shot straight through the head, one bullet, and you see Erica and Yoko just like crying over her body. So you have Log 005, the Trail of Refugees. You have, woo, they sure shot that town to shit. Only thing still standing is the pumping station. So it looks like the combat's over. Let's go take a look. You see that's Das and the others, and you see that the soldiers are packing up all the corpses into bags and dumping them into the Lake of Tears. And then they're firing off some missiles, I assume, to bury the bodies. And you have the guy, Mr. Cowboy, running up with a, oh, hang on, gents! It's like, who the hell are you? It's like, ah, shit, too late. Oh, no. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, so no, they launched them into the river, and then they launched some kind of like acid over them, so it comes down like it's dissolving all the bodies. So that's enzymatic decomposition. Won't even leave bones behind. So much for taking DNA samples. A little spider crawler's like, yeah, but they'll make good fertilizer, kee. And it saves us the trouble of killing her. Like, use her damn brain, Rocco. We don't get paid unless we have evidence that the target's actually dead. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, who the hell are you people? Journalists? Is that what we look like? He's like, we're actually looking for someone from this town. Would you happen to have a list of the dead I could peruse? And he goes, just like grabs his palm, puts a little bribe into it of some power cells. And he's like, allow me to give you the answer you seek. There is no list. This was a complete and thorough massacre. It was the work of the Wind Corps. And we, the Papegi Corps, will see that this barbarity is punished. That's all you'll get from me. If that answers your questions, get lost. Ah, son of a bitch, so the bastard pawned my bribe. So thanks to Das getting the location of our target wrong, we're able to avoid an unnecessary battle. So it's not all bad luck. It's like, huh? Whoa, it's like, did I just hear you cheering me up for my mistake? Why, Gilliton, I swear you weren't the meanest SOB I'd ever met. You're one of those tsundere. It's like, don't call me that. It's like, but to get serious for a moment, the online database had signs of tampering. Somebody out there was trying to mess with us. But I guess all that doesn't matter anymore. We lost our target, the mission's off. Guess we just wasted a bunch of time and energy. We have a brief and a hello? Ah, I was just about to call you. Unfortunately, we... Huh? Wait, what? That's not... So hang on a moment. Let me check it out right now. Yeah, this is Papegi Press. We can report that Wind forces attacked and leveled the town of Mamaina this morning. The cowardly Wind miscreants slaughtered the helpless civilians, then fled to the southwest. There were just 2 survivors. Young girls that are proud Papegi boys were successful in rescuing and taking into custody. Death to the rebels! Glory to Papegi! And you see poor baby Yoko and Erica just sobbing as one of the medical forces holding them. It's like, they're alive! So the damn lucky brats! Yeah, 40 kilometers north of Mamaina, Tropkin Highway. I'm gonna get some coffee to wet my throat. You have Windtor, 15 kilometers, Sidonia Ward. You have Kuristadt, 310 kilometers. So you see a trail of refugees just kind of like marching into the city. Then you have, on a little bus, you have Dr. Finch. God damn it, man. You see poor baby Elko and Erica just cuddling each other, having fallen asleep. And then I wake up with a, I'm hungry. And Finch is like, you're awake then? Let's stop the car and eat some lunch. And, oh, God. And he's just spreading some kind of spread on the bread. And he's like, what's that black stuff? He's like, it looks good. I bet it's chocolate spread. Like, let's try it. And they just chomp into it. Like, yeah. Like, it's salty. Like, what is this, doctor? It's gross and stinky. Like, first time eating bee-mite? It's quite good once you're used to it. This is like fucking, what is that shit that Australians eat, that Vegemite that I've seen people try and be like, you know, it's an acquired taste. You have bee-mite, an edible paste made from yeast created in the beer brewing process. It's quite salty and has a strong odor. In England, Australia, and New Zealand, it's sold under the brand names Marmite and Vegemite. It's like, you can't afford to be picky or you won't grow up big and strong. Like, like, see, doctor, what's the Mamaina place we're going to like? It's like, what? I hope I can make some new friends there. It's like, oh, sorry, this is God damn it, that's a flashback to when he's dropping them off. He's like, what? It's like, I hope I can make some new friends there. It's like, oh yeah, you need to take a look at Yoko. She can't walk properly. And she sees Yoko nearby, like hugging a pillow and walking. He's like, huh? When did you learn how to walk, Yoko? He's like, I suppose she just blocked out all memories of Sodier. Is it a flashback? Oh no, she is just repressing her memories. God damn it, man. It's like happy, 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 then it's just like gut punch, gut punch, gut punch. I can't blame the poor girl. It might be the best thing for them, in fact. It was all hell they're not built to bear. And Finch is like, half a day. If only I'd come half a day earlier, I could have at least saved the children. But no, Finch. You just had to have those extra drinks. It's like, I'm so sorry. And you see one of the medics nearby pointing him to the pen, pointing him to the tent where they've got Yoko and Erica. Like, what's wrong, doctor? Did something sad happen? It's like, no, it's nothing, dear. We're not going to Mamiana. It's a bit further, but we're actually going to Kuristadt in Sidonia territory. We'll look for your family there, Erica. He's like, who's that in the picture? It's like, that's my daughter. She died of sickness when she was just about your age. I was too busy with my work to be with her when it happened. It's a regret that still weighs upon me now. So at least make sure you girls get home, to a place where you can live in peace and safety. And as the truck's rumbling along, you have all these people are refugees fleeing to Sidonia to escape the violence of war. You see this little kid just waving at her, and Yoko just like waves back. And you have, what's that, doctor? As you see like this giant pillar just stretching up into the sky. He's like, it's a Säule, a pillar. It's like, oh, it's so big. It's like, I've seen them from far away, but I didn't realize they're so big up close. It's like, as the name suggests, they're literal pillars that hold up the baldachin canopy over Mars. Mars's atmosphere is too thin for us to survive, so the baldachin makes it impossible for us to live here. We'll be coming up on Sidonia 1, the barrier wall to Sidonia. I see a rumble as the trucks are going through. It's like, what was that? An explosion up in the sky? It's like, why did the windows turn white? It's like, that's frost. Atmospheric pressure's dropping. Uh-oh, that sounds like... And you see just a little burst up in the barrier dome. It's like a Himmelbruch, the canopy's rupturing! And you see just a huge downdraft of cold coming in and slamming down on everything, covering it in frost. God damn it, man. Serious, like, sure, you couldn't just not gut punch me for like one picking page. But you see like all the refugees, like some of them just like grabbing their kids up and cradling them as they've just been flash frozen. It's like, the people, doctor! It's like, don't look at America. It's a shame, but there's no way for us to save them. It's like, buckle your seatbelts, girls! As you have log 006, the canopy's duty. It's like, what happens when the canopy breaks? It's like, all the stored up air will leak out into space all at once, returning Mars to its original pressure of 0.007 atmospheres. The temperature immediately drops well below zero, freezing all water. It's an environment that supports no people, animals, or plants. And Yoko's like, everyone's gonna die? It's like, we're safe in here. This van is pressurized. The wands separate the baldachin into different sections, so one burst won't eliminate the entirety of Mars' air at once. And Erica's like, my ears! It's like, if we can just get to the wand, to Cydonia territory, if we can reach Windator, we'll be safe. And as they're struggling through, he's like, the wind's calmed down. That means the atmosphere's fully dropped. It's like, my ears hurt, doctor. It's like, that's your ear responding to the change in pressure. Keep swallowing and it'll clear up eventually. When you have a kashunk as one of the trucks falling behind just like collapses in on itself. It's like, it's like the sky's falling down. Oh, God damn it. And you see like there's just like a wave of pressure falling down. So that must be the baldachin falling to the ground without the atmosphere holding it aloft. It could completely flatten us. And you see the truck in front of them is also derailing. And Finch just barely avoids crashing into it as he's just speeding ahead trying to dodge out of it. It's like, we're not going to make it! At the last minute, they just got tossed right out as the shield wall that comes down on them. And with a click, it's like, are you two okay? It's like, I've got a bump now. It's like, so we survived? It's like, well, we haven't been crushed at the very least. It's like, I'm not worried about power or air leaks. We'll rest tonight and see how things are outside in the morning. It's like, yuck, more bee-mite bread. And you see the next day as he's opening it up, he's like, seems like we were very fortunate indeed. We ended up right beneath this rocky outcropping. That sheltered us, but now we're trapped in on all sides. No choice but to wait here for rescue. As you see the things drop down on them. And you see a Dwom as he uses like machinery and stuff like to right the van again. And Yoko's like, hey, what's that? Erica's like, doctor, there's something over there. It's like a rescue patrol? Oh, God, what the fuck, bro? And you see this weird, like, bug-looking machine thing. He's like, the MPV! And something comes and, like, grabs him. It's like, doctor! And you see that they've been taken inside, I don't know what the fuck to even call that kind of ship shape. He's like, doctor, are you hurt? It's like, I'm fine. It's like, please don't be shy. Do eat up. He's like, but how? And you see like unwrapping it. It's like, it's sweet. It's like, wow, this is much better than bee-mite. And so you have where the interrogator is being like, so, can you tell me why you're trying to run away from me? And Finch is like, I heard that the MBV is in the business of kidnapping. It's like, It's like, MBV? What's that? Is that her name? It's like, it's the abbreviation for the Mars Canopy Association. I am we, the Gartner of MBV Bina 244. The MBV utilizes micro-machine technology to build and maintain the baldachin and Säule. We have avoided contacting the surface dwellers since the treaty we made with the king 120 years ago. The great King Elfrida shared a certain ideal with us, that conflict occurs over limited resources such as air, water, and arable land. An aggressive expansion of the baldachin and terraforming would ensure enough space for everyone. So you see, MBV is Mars Baldachin Varian, which is Mars Canopy Association, and the Baldachin Non-Aggression Treaty is a treaty between the MBV and Great King Elfrida of Mars in ES-253. It's like, but I must admit that we underestimated the greed of humanity. It did not put an end to the fighting. The 18 lords remaining after the Great King's passing were foolish, but they upheld the treaty. Sadly, the warlords who have arisen recently have no concept of pride or honor. And Finch is like, you mean the Himmelbruch wasn't from an asteroid, but a military action? It's like, it was an undeniable act of sabotage. So that's preposterous. How many human lives were lost in that tragedy? It's like, what madness. Oh, my stars. And Yoko's like, don't cry. It's like, meteoroids are not strong enough to rupture the baldachin. This is a scorched earth tactic by a retreating army. Allow me to be very clear. I did not rescue you out of a sense of compassion. You have lived your lives under the baldachin as though this were Earth, not Mars. It has facilitated your very existence. Now that the baldachin has been damaged, you have an obligation to help reconstruct it, do you not? He's like, of course, I'm happy to help, but what can I do? He's like, I do not like secrets or innuendo, so I will be direct. I require one of your lives. He's like, oh, what? He's like, I'm on my chair. And you see Finch is getting like locked into his chair. So we must build a fresh Säule here in order to reconstruct the baldachin. That will require the flesh and blood of a living human being. You will become the bed for this seed to grow within and form a pillar for mankind. He's like, a pillar? You mean all of Säule are made from people? That is accurate. Every Säule is built through sacrifice. Many of my sisters happily gave themselves up for the purpose. But I was doubtful. Why must we always sacrifice ourselves for the sake of barbarians who do not uphold a treaty? Isn't it unfair? It's like, but please, I'll repay you in any way I can. Just don't ask this of us. It's like, repay? We have no use for the batteries used as primitive bartering currency. We all provide our own power. So who should it be? You are too old. Your telomeres are quite short by now. Your body's 80% mechanical, not enough organic cells. You've lost your left hand and eye, but the rest of you will suffice. It's you. You're the one. Oh my god, Erica just finishes her little protein bar and goes, I suppose I could go along with you. She just like licks her hand. God, so damn calm. It's like, but I have one condition. It's like, tell me. And she's like, no, don't harm the... You see a little, like, muzzle coming to cover his throat. It's like, I'm speaking to her. It's like, I'll be a Säule if it's with Yoko. It's like, Erica? It's like, we'll be together forever, Yoko. It's like, yeah, I'll always be with you. It's like, very well. I shall have it arranged. It's like, just let Dr. Finch go. It's like, you have my word. It's like, goodbye, Doctor. Thank you for everything. And you see, as you're getting away, it's like, buying a 244 Gartner movie. As they have a priest here knife. What would you ask of me? It's like, you must not, it's moo, right? M-U-I, I think, should be pronounced moo, but I'll look it up. So you must not involve yourself with those children. Release them at once. This is the 13th oracle. It's like an oracle. So through quantumancy, the Säule network has prophesied the arrival of a child with a sign of change. It's again, they are the ones? It's like one of them is, perhaps both, assuming they can survive their fate. They are certain to face terrible trials many times in their lives, and if they can overcome them, perhaps they might change the world. And then I just got translation notes. I'll go through that later. Alright, that's one hell of a start to Mars Chronicle. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I knew shit was gonna get bad. Like, I knew we were gonna be covering the war stuff. And I knew with, like, the stuff we had at, like, Yoko's training and things, like, I knew this was not gonna be, like, a happy-to-go-lucky. Like, there was gonna be, you know, some devastating shit happening in the series. But when starting your volume off with, you know, them going to an orphanage and just seeing, like, these innocent kids getting killed, like, it just gut punches me everywhere, like, gut punch after gut punch after gut punch. On the one hand, I appreciate the Kishiro's, like, you know, well, like, you know, if I'm going to write about war, like, the horrors of it, like, you can't kind of gloss over stuff like this. You know, children will be killed, you know, there will be casualties of war as well. So on the one hand, it's like, I appreciate that. On the other, I'm just like, man, it's just like, couldn't we have just like a little bit longer moment of happiness before just gut punching me like that? But yeah, that was a very solid start, if a little bit, you know, depressing of 1-2 Mars Chronicle. Apart from that, I think my only real criticisms of this were, I feel like there was some tonal inconsistencies, like the bits with the humor kind of clashing with, like, you know, all the child murder and stuff happening. Again, the stuff with, you know, him like him making the little kids strip so he can be like, oh, you know, let me look at your genitals. Like, I feel like that was just unnecessary, and really playing it off as a joke. And be like, why do they all have dicks? Like, oh my god, this is a this is a fucking boys' orphanage. Like, I don't think that should have been played off as a joke like that. I think that was done in very poor taste. So bad on Kishiro for doing that. Like, it was completely unnecessary. I don't think you really needed to do that at all. I think that was the one kind of just blight on this volume. But apart from that, solid all the way through. Really, really good start to this. Looking forward to getting more out of it. I feel like I skipped some of the flashback stuff we got in Last Order for Alita, so I want to go back and read that to see if there's a reason why she's kind of just like, apart from like, just being a little kid, not understanding what's going on, why she's kind of like so emotionless or expressionless. But yeah, I really did like that. Really did like the bond between her and Erica, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops, throughout their training and everything else. But yeah, could have done without the gut punch, but really, really solid volume overall. So like I mentioned today, I'm also going to try to get around to the first couple of chapters of Black Hammer as well. Like I mentioned at the beginning, check out the channel updates. It's got more details on what series I'm covering, when, stuff like that. So go take a look at that if you haven't already. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, like I mentioned at the beginning, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, it really does mean a lot to me. And once again, I want to thank everyone that helped me reach my current subscriber goal. Like I said, it's been something I've been gunning towards for a long time, so I finally reached it. Feels a little bit surreal. I really do appreciate everyone's support on helping me reach that. And please continue to do that. Like, comment, subscribing, all that good stuff. Like I said, it really does mean a lot to me. A lot of great content coming your way, so subscribe so you don't miss out. But yeah, we'll be back to regular scheduling programming soon. I'm excited to get back into it. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.